Lakers free agent target. With LeBron likely opting into his contract, the Lakers are not going to have a lot of money to work with. So they are going to have to build their roster through free agency. So these are the players I think they should target this offseason. Number 1 is Clint Capella. This is a perfect situation for the Lakers to get a lob threat for Luka at a discount of a price. The reason is Clint Capella had a portion of the season where he was injured. He didn't even play in the final games because of his injury. And the Hawks are starting to move in a different direction. Onyeka Okongwu, been talking about him for years, underrated. He's starting to ascend. Jalen Johnson, he'll be back next year. So everybody is starting to get better, and they're working on their younger talent. So Clint Capella has become sort of expendable for them. And right now, his value, again, is not as high as it was maybe a couple seasons ago. So they may be able to get him at a veteran minimum. When Clint Capella is healthy, he is still a top-tier lob threat. And the way that Luka loves to play with bigs, lob it up, pick and roll and stuff like that, Clint Capella is like one of the best at that. Him and James Harden pick and roll all the time was money. He did it with Trae Young. Money. Like, he literally has played with players who love playing pick and roll. Like, this is the perfect type of player for Luka. And again, he's still a good defender. Like, this is someone where, again, if you can convince him to sign on a veteran minimum, and as long as he doesn't have, larger offers out there, this could be a steal for the Lakers. Number 2, going the same route of a center, is Charles Bassey. Now, maybe everybody doesn't know who this is, but Charles Bassey had some key moments for the Spurs in his time with them. Now, obviously, he was never getting major minutes, and especially with Victor Wembanyama, being drafted, he was not going to crack the rotation the same way. I feel like Charles Bassey is underrated in the league. He hasn't got a ton of minutes, throughout his career so far, so we haven't been able to see everything that he can do. But we've seen some really nice highlights, some nice blocks, and some nice dunks in the times where he did play. Someone who is only 24 has plenty of potential still left, and I think this is a perfect player for the Lakers to target again in free agency because they need a center. And I think Charles Bassey can be a lob threat, and he is someone who, again, I feel like can bring different elements to the game while, again, he didn't play a ton of minutes, so he definitely would be coming on a veteran minimum. Just funny to say veteran minimum at only 24, but the point is, he would definitely, I think other teams around the league would definitely want him, but I don't think he's going to get super large offers just because we haven't been able to see a ton of what he can do, especially again with Victor Wembanyama being there. He definitely was not going to crack the rotation. However, I think this is someone who the Lakers could target and low-key turn into really high value. And the last player on the list is Precious Achiuwa. Now, Precious Achiuwa may be the same size as LeBron, right? So in this case, we're not necessarily talking about a lob threat for Luka, a 7-foot center. This is not like a Daniel Gafford situation. Where Precious Achiuwa has shown that he could play in this league. He's smart. He's still only like 25, and he could definitely contribute to the Lakers. He is someone who's going to bring energy. He will hustle on defense. He'll get some blocks. He will set good screens. He set a really good screen today, by the way. I don't know if you saw it in the game. Just a sidetrack moment because Knicks and Pacers played tonight. The Knicks ended up losing. There was this one play where Precious Achiuwa, and funny enough, Precious Achiuwa only played like 2 minutes, which I still do not understand why Precious Achiuwa is getting like 0 minutes in this playoffs. Somebody explain that to me, because it's not like, because we know the thing about Tibbs, not trusting his bench or whatever, right? But Precious Achiuwa was playing large minutes throughout the regular season. So it's not like we haven't seen him contribute to the Knicks winning. So that's why I don't understand why Precious is not playing. I don't agree with not trusting your bench in general, but this is someone who was literally in the rotation. So to me, I really am baffled by that. Regardless, in the 2 minutes that he did play, the one thing about this Pacers versus Knicks series is obviously the matchup of Aaron Nesmith on Jalen Brunson, because he is probably the best defender that we've seen on Jalen Brunson all year. Aaron Nesmith fights over screens like crazy. So anyway, it's really hard for Brunson to get separation on Aaron Nesmith. And there was a play when Precious Achiuwa came in where Brunson was bringing the ball up or whatever, and Precious Achiuwa set a crazy good screen that gave Jalen Brunson a wide open lane to the rim. So shout out to Precious. Like, I know no one's going to remember that play, but I remember seeing that and I'm like, what a screen by Precious. The reason I thought that is because, again, Aaron Nesmith, literally fights over everybody's screens. And this was one screen he could not get over. So shout out to Precious Achua. So listen, he'll bring screens like that to the Lakers. I just feel like he could be a good addition and definitely someone who can give them, rotational minutes.